Okay, here's a fun one. I was rummaging around through an old barn and I found some of this. It's Coleman camp fuel. Now, it's slightly old. There's another can of it. I mean, as you can tell by the labeling, it's not exactly modern. I spoke with my grandpa and where it came from, and he says he does believe the last time he went camping was 1970. Let's find out if it still burns. So I have my little tank set up over here, because everybody's got to have a Coleman stove, right? So let's start with the little more modern. It didn't hiss because I have already sniffed it. It actually smells like fresh, brand new. You know what? I'm not even going to light that because I know it will. Let's go with the really nasty looking stuff. Hey, it has an Aco hardware sticker on it. I don't know what year that's from, but whew, that stinks. Look, I used to have to open them. Actually, I think somebody did that and they didn't need to, but oh well. If it doesn't work, I'll just drain it out. It's no big deal. It's still clear. It's not pouring out very quickly. That's why it stood there for so long. Yeah, it certainly stinks. Whew. Almost smells like God, really, really stale kerosene. All right. Make sure all you guys can still see. See, the old Coleman tanks had to fill over there. Uh-oh. Oh, that sucks. My primer quit working. Or my pump. Alright, hang on. Let me grab some oil. This doesn't usually dry out unless I have it in the back of my truck. When I keep it in my truck, it does dry out. So, I don't know, maybe it's from the fuel sloshing around in it. There it goes. Yeah, like I said, this whole, in one of my other videos, this whole camp stove here was actually found in a barn. It's been sitting since the mid-70s. Woo! Yeah, I need to get a new seal. Smells like WD-40. Let's see what happens, shall we? Turn the valve up. Let's make sure you guys can see me. Maybe I'll move these cans. I'm not worried about it, but I'm sure some safety Sally's out there with his asshole very tightly puckered. Stick a lump of coal in it, maybe he can get you some diamonds out of his ass. Okay. Valve up. I'm saying no. Nope. Negative. It doesn't have a whole lot of pressure, so let's... There's another 50. Let's try that. It lit. It lit. This stove's a little funny to get going, so this is going to take me a second. It's always been funny. I'm sure it could use a thorough cleaning. Now, come on, tighten up. It ran out of pressure. It went out again. Hasn't been used in a couple of months, and I don't ever maintain it, so it's completely my fault. I don't blame the stove at all, obviously. There we go, we'll full blast it. Now, I don't know if it's because it's in direct sunlight or what, but it's hot. But the flame is almost white. I didn't want to run this in my good stove, just in case it's all crap and it screws the generator up. Now my hand is numb. See, you can see it's lit. There we go, now it's acting more like it's supposed to. Well, not the orange flames, but it's burning. There, did I teach you anything? If you turn it and you've got orange flames, it adds more pressure to it. And remember, don't ever cook on one of these things when you have an orange flame like that. It'll scorch the bottom of your pan, get black carbon shit all over the place. Well, we'll let it sit there like that. Should be up to temperature by now, but the fuel's 40 years old. 44. See, this is where I go over to the other one and light the other burner. And then the flames on this one disappear. The orange flames. And this has always been the only way I can get this one to burn. So these are both burning hot. Sweet. Shut this one off. This one will turn orange. What do you think of that shit? Brand new can. Cool, huh? So, in case there's any doubt if it's lit, it's lit. Well, that's good news. I'm gonna let this thing sit here and run for probably a half hour or so. Needs to run anyway. This is a 425E. Yeah. Before the so common F. The one in there is the same thing. Well, anyway, it's probably not all that exciting for you guys to stand there and watch my grill burning, but makes me happy. See ya. One more thing on this. What I started to mention earlier and then got sidetracked. I don't know how well you can see it. I'll try that. Nope. The flame is really, really light blue, almost green. I'm not colorblind either. I have excellent color reception, but when you this newer fuel burns really blue, almost like propane. I don't know if it's because it's 40 years old. Maybe it was a different chemical at one time or another. This one's burning too, but I don't know. Just thought it'd be something to note. The whole reason for this experiment, if that's what you want to call it, is in a bad situation. I'm not going to use the nomenclature that everybody else uses because it's just lame and it's overplayed, and I'm so sick of bug out and shit hit the fan scenario. I'd like to slap people when they say it. So anyway, but in a crappy situation and you need to run fuel, you can run gasoline in these. I've got gas in my other one over there. It works just fine. Now I know they say you can't, but keep the generator clean, it works fine. But let's say you're rummaging around through an old abandoned building or something and you find a couple old crappy Coleman cans that look like this. Can you burn them? Well, what's burning right now stinks, but it's burning. Beats the hell out of trying to cook a dead squirrel over the top of a campfire while it's raining out and the wind's blowing 40 miles an hour. So I don't know what she's running for, but she's in a hurry. Alright, that's the end of this Coleman crap for now. So when I get that other light fixed, maybe I'll throw a video up of that. So you can use your old 50-year-old Coleman fuel or 40-year-old Coleman fuel. So well, he said he last went in the 70s. Don't know. Just something to think about, I guess. See ya.